Well, I guess this is a new way to start recordings. Hopefully it gets the voice. Welcome back to Falcon BMS in the Rolling Fire campaign. Sorry, it's been 12 days-ish since I've uploaded. Just really trying to carve out some time just to fly a little bit. It's getting more and more difficult as the spring and summer goes on, and more outdoor activities open up to basically be in the real world with other real human beings. So it's been kind of tough to schedule some time for BMS. But we are here today, and I cannot remember which one I said I was going to do. Terrible. Okay, so yeah, that's ingress en route. Briefing is too close, so this would most likely be the first one to be able to do. And judged by how many threat circles I put over here last time, I think this is the one that we want to do. Perhaps. Alright. Okay. So we can do a dead mission then. What is our loadout, though? Oh, okay. It's, LGBs. Okay. I mean, that's fine. However, we could probably... Okay. We could probably do something else.
Alright,
let's check out the briefing. Suppress enemy air defenses, blah blah blah. So they're going to take out the radar, the ones going out in front of us. We want to be about 19,000 feet. Okay, 24,000 feet cruising. Channel 16 for intra-flight, regular comms ladder. IFF and Link 16 basically preset for us. Mudhen 41 will be my call sign for today, and weather is expected to be sunny and clear with very light gusts. 060 at 5 knots and then 061 at 4 knots on the way back. We do have J-Star, AWACS, okay, friendly ECM, electronic countermeasures for jamming. So it's the EA-18. And then, yeah, AWACS E3 Sentry 5, if we can find them. Okay, we'll go to the data cartridge, then we'll get the Link 16 updated, IFF updated, plan updated, save that. Now the next thing that we're gonna check out is our loadout for this mission. Now, oops, no, I don't want the threat circle. I want recon. Okay, so it's still technically operational, that SA2 site. Reason I was looking was, let me see, what air-to-ground options do we have? We have Mavericks available. Okay. Which won't do very much. We have GBU 10s, 12s, and 24s. We do have a targeting pod. Only bad thing is we would have to self-laze with all these SA2 sites kind of semi-operational. We have GBU 32s, GBU 54s, Mark 20s. Yeah, I almost would want to like do Mark 20s for the area. So it was GBU 54s. Okay, yeah, they're just GPS bombs. Okay, so ROKAF. They don't have Okay. And they have CBU 105s, which I don't think are quite... Ooh. Just may have to do... Still keep the targeting pod, see if we can find anything. Okay, so 2 slammers, 2 heaters. We'll get Mark 20 deltas, which are just cluster bombs. Which means I will try to do a CCIP, see if that works out. If not, then at least the radars will be out for a follow-up strike at some other time. Yeah. And then, oh yeah, let me see about grabbing Sentry. Airlift. It's Seasire. Airlifts. Or are they under command and control? So recon. That's Dragnet. We don't want Dragnet. Voodoo. Magic. That might be our E18 that's going to be out there. None of those. There's Sentry 5. So Sentry is 7446. Where do I want? Donor CN. Alright, so 7446 and then 1 for number 1 in their flight. Okay, got that saved just to kind of keep us on hyper alert for any enemy aircraft. All right, that should take care of briefing in the click dance. We'll go ahead and load up in the cockpit, see how we do.
Man. Fist 4-1. IP. Sentry 5. Radar contact. Bullseye. 32026 14,000. Roach 3-1. Zeus active. Bullseye 358-191.
I don't know why my headset is
in.
glitching out all of a sudden.
Sentry 5. Radar contact.
Anyway, I think it might be time for the Quest 3. We'll see.
320.
Yeah, I don't know how this happened. See if we can send it. Where do I? Oh, wait, yeah, that's okay. So let me redo this one more time. Good. Okay. Okay. Now, I will say I did have a graphics driver update a few days ago, so that could be a very likely culprit. We'll see. Okay, so 20, we're looking for 25%. That green line is what I'm looking for. Okay, good. That should give us a pretty good start. Throttle out of the detent. And just make sure that we don't burn the engine up Since this is a Block 52, just want to make sure that the F-tit doesn't go over 700 degrees. Okay, JFS turned itself off. It should be running on its own now. Alright, so we have power, but again, just want to make sure that we don't burn the engine. Okay, there we go. Let it sort itself out here, level out. We do have oil pressure, nozzle position is good. Okay. Oh yeah, alignment, we want normal alignment. And then right hard point has the targeting pod. So we got the HUD, and then we'll do external fuel tanks, avionics fault, which we'll just go ahead and FAC. To just acknowledge. And from what I'm told, the ROK, the North Korean F-16, allegedly
51, sunrise.
has okay, so probe heat looks good. Test. Okay, probe heat looks good. That it has internal jamming, which, okay, didn't know that. That's all good. And then we'll have oxygen low, and then should be oxy low somewhere. Yeah, where's the, that's EPU fuel, that's the time. I can't read. That's too small. It should be hydraulics there. Oh, the oxygen gauge may just be here. Fine. Alright, that's done.
Pull up. Altitude. Warning. Jammer. Counter. Chaff. Flare. Low.
Oh man,
Out.
it's busy.
Lock. IFF. Caution. Bingo. Data.
But yeah, I didn't realize that it had internal jamming. So, I mean, it's nice to have, I guess. Okay. That should, and there's the FCR. They are waiting for INS alignment. Let's get the Flickus up. Forgot to run the Flickus bit test. Well, okay, shouldn't say completely forgot because I'm doing it. But we are going to get queued. Gonna take out the safety pin for the EPU. Yeah, that should be my wingman. It is, because I can see the Mark 20s, which we'll set up here in a minute.
71, sunrise.
Okay, pass the bit test. Good. And we'll go to our test page. So we only had one Flickus fault, one RWR fault. We can clear those out. Turn that to nav. We can clear that out. Let's throw this to front controls. And let's get the DTE page up and load what's in our data cartridge. So we should be all set here. Okay, link 16. Okay, looks like link 16 passed, and our data cartridge should be wrapping up here. Yep, that's done. Alright, we've got all our data ready to go. Actually, let's go to air ground mode, we'll go to SMIS. Okay, so we have burst altitude of 500 feet. Singleton. Here's, no, we'll do single nose. No, we want nose tail. Nose tail. Yeah, we want nose tail so that the little bomblets will actually get out and spread. I want the control page. Yeah, but can I... 1.5 seconds is fine. But I want instead 1,500 feet for a wide area. A wider area, so yeah, release angle 45 degrees, which is fine. Ripple, we want all 6 bombs to ripple off when we roll in, so we only have a one and done, so 6 singles. The spread 175 feet. Is that good? I'm trying to think here. Mm, 175. Why don't we do just 250 feet? That should be fine. And then for the SMIS page, we'll just set up the fuel tanks to jettison, so we can get that all set to go. We'll change it from CCRP to CCIP. And then we'll use the targeting pod to, actually, no, we'll keep it CCRP for the ground radar. And then we'll use the targeting pod to find the target and then roll in on it. So TGP, yeah, should be on standby. We'll turn that on once we get in the air. Master air-to-air mode. Our SMIS. Okay, so we have 2 slammers, 2 heaters, AIM-9Ls, which we can't fire them off bore site, which is fine. I think that should do it. Go back to nav mode. We don't need anything else. List. We want RCL for HIMIX. Sequence over, and we'll start the alignment process. We'll use the, I'm pretty sure it's the home key. Nope. Page down. Nope, page up. Alignment is good. We'll finish the alignment when we get in the air. Turn that off. I'll turn my countermeasures panel to semi. Turn our IFF to normal. Let's get our IFF backup panel set up, 3360.
Request a taxi. Good morning, Mustang 2. You are number 1 for departure. Taxi Alpha. And hold short, runway 03 left.
There we go. And then we'll request
Mustang
QNH.
2 taxiing. Mudhen 41, Soul Side, QH3040.
3040, okay. It's done. And then, to be honest, we are actually ready to take off.
Mudhen 4, 2-shift, F-16s, request taxi. Good morning, Mudhen 4, your number 2 for departure. All present position. Expected taxi time 0202.
02.
Give way to Mustang 22, F-16, taxiing Alpha.
Okay. That should be Mustang then, right there. In that case, we'll time compress. We said at basically at 2:02 a.m. Local Zulu time.
4, taxi Alpha, and hold short runway 03 left.
Yep, so there's our taxi clearance.
Mustang 21, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 35310.
But yeah, there's a Mustang. I did not check for our hold point though. I know it's out there, probably between the steer point 2 and 3. Alright. We'll stop here. I'm gonna go to cruise 'cause I can't remember our takeoff time. Oh, just in 7 minutes. 2:09. So we'll time compress.
Mudhen 41, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 35310.
Okay, we're gonna do our hold short here at this hold short line, and then we will ask. Nope. No, actually, he said we need to change frequencies. There we go. Now I can say we are ready for departure.
Mudhen 4, 2-shift, F-16s, ready for departure.
Mudhen 4, hold short.
Okay, and this is where we're at, the hold short line. And just, we'll wait for,
Mustang 2, contact departure.
we'll wait for our clearance, which may be in about 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes. Alright, 2 minutes. 1 minute. Let's go.
Mudhen 4, Seoul Sun Tower, wing 060 at 4 knots, runway 03 left. You are cleared for takeoff.
Alright, let's get out of here. Right nose wheel steering off. Now that wingman is lined up, we'll get out of here. Turn and burn, yeah. And we're gonna get to work. Okay, some left rudder. Airspeed's alive. And we'll wait till 170 and then we'll rotate because we're just a smidge heavy today. Gear up. Okay. Good gear up.
2, airborne.
Mud Hen 4-1, contact departure.
Oh yeah, let's get my visor down. And then departure, we'll tell them that we are airborne.
Mudhead 4, airborne. 2 ship, F-16s, 1000. Mudhead 4, Solston, departure. Fly heading 140, resume on navigation.
140, resume on navigation. We'll switch over to tactical. And we'll try to reduce fuel consumption. And we'll actually go to... No, we won't do cruise. Once we get to our heading, I will set up hammocks, the rest of it. Okay, let's turn them on. List, miscellaneous, RCO.
2, in position.
Alright, so we just got to use our regular fire control cursor to line up the crosses, as we can see there. Good. And then we'll do roll. So it's good. So hammocks is set to go. Turning off all formation lights. And then 24,000 feet is our cruise altitude for this flight. And I'll go ahead and time compress. Yeah, actually we can go to cruise. Let's get her drift. There's 23,000. Oops. Alright, what time is it? Okay. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and we'll turn to steer point 3. Get our jammer pod powered up. Yeah, we're in nav. Okay. So we'll keep up this pace. And then we'll autopilot. We're still going to be like 2 minutes late, but that should be fine by the time we get to the hold point, which is coming up here in 30 seconds time. If you want to know, right there will tell the time to the steer point. Okay, go to steer point 4, and yeah, that's our hold point. So we want to show up at about 2:23. We will turn away. We'll do ×2 time compression, more manageable. And we'll try to reduce fuel consumption. You know what, let's turn off time, ×2 time compression. Go to master air assign continuous. Because I don't know if they're data linked to us. We'll do IFF. No? Okay, I don't think they have link 16. Yeah, even Wingman doesn't have link 16. Or at least synced.
7-1, package marshaled.
Okay, there's a call for package marshaled. There they are. Do the sign. Guess we'll just have to use the good old Mark I eyeballs for spotting stuff. And I'll start my turn to steer point 4 and kind of line up behind Mustang. That way we can get in, strike, get out. We'll see if this plan will be worth it. Because, in all honesty, it's kind of safer than laser-guided munitions in this case. Because at least we can be a little dynamic. Whereas laser-guided munitions, we need to have the targeting pod on the target the whole time and lasing it all the way. And doing that on a SAM site surrounded by other SAM sites, to me it just didn't sound like a doable thing. Will I haven't done dive toss stuff at all, so I don't quite have that skill set to employ this mission. So it's going to be a regular old dive bomb mission, and I do realize that there are man pads protecting the SAM site, and then also, as I mentioned before,
Hawkeye, 7-1, package departing push point.
there are other SAM sites surrounding our targeted SAM site. We will see how this goes. If it goes well, fantastic. If not, looks like I'll have to learn how to use dive toss. Okay, we can just throw autopilot on right now. And we're going to time compress by 4 times. And then about 15 seconds I'll turn to steer point number 5. And it looks like we're still going to be just a little bit late. And then once we get closer to the target area, I'm gonna turn on the targeting pod and see what I can see. Okay. Those are about 7 minutes away. And that contact AWACS, we're gonna check in.
Sentry 5, Mudhead 4-1, checking in.
Well, we've got enemy. But not a threat to us as of yet. Okay, they're gone. Really, I'm trying not to catch up with our other dead mission. So I'm trying to slow up and give them space. Right, they're showing up. MiG 17 at 9,000 feet. One ship. Why won't it show up? Continuous. And, okay. Yeesh, we are almost done with the external fuel tanks. Ooh. Okay, jammers on standby. It looks like whoever's up ahead is just going in there uncontested. To which, you know, that's fine. It gives me confidence that
7 in.
we can do it. It's Hawkeye. Okay, we are now headed toward the IP. Where are you? 3,000 feet. Okay. Weird. Let's switch over to Mr. Underground mode. Okay.
Two, Request permission to engage ground target. Bullseye. 30885.
What's our heading right now? So 30885. I'll say, yeah, go ahead.
Mudhead. 4-2, weapons free. 2, Wilco.
Let's turn jamming on. That looks like our target.
Hawkeye. 7, let's go home.
So I'm gonna do that and then go to GDP. That's what I want. Mark point 26. Turn out. Do steer point. Enter. And cursor 0. That's where they're at. What am I in? CCRP. Okay. So that diamond should be the target that I'm looking for. Everything's good to go. There's number 2. Okay. Okay, fuel tank's gone. Plus CC. CCIP is more fun. Here we go, though.
2, in.
Yep. Flat face. Up. Okay. Almost there, almost there.
Hawkeye. 2, out.
Altitude.
Lock eyes.
Altitude. Chaff. Flare. Chaff. Flare. Chaff. Flare.
110, 4-2.
Car
Good.
chaff. Flare.
That was a good run for me as well.
Chaff. Flare. Chaff. Flare. Chaff. Flare. Chaff. Flare.
Cat 1. Whew. Looks like that worked out pretty good. Oh wait. Steer point 8. Enter. Alright, Master Air mode. Let's get out of here. So I'm gonna ask Wingman to rejoin.
Mudhead, 4-2. Rejoin formation. Mudhen, 4-2. On my way.
And we don't need the jammer anymore since it doesn't look like there's anything else for us. And 20,000 feet is our new altitude here. We got SA3 flat face radars that are kind of popping up all over the place. We'll be alright. Alright, now we just need to conserve fuel.
Hawkeye, 7-1 is a dot.
And then we'll let AWACS know we're checking out.
We are heading home. 2 in position.
Cool. Alright, now that we're lighter, we have about an hour of fuel. Okay, steer point number 9. See, so 4 minutes here. Actually, sequence for auto. That way, I don't have to keep doing this. Alright, overall, I think that was a pretty successful mission. I mean, we hit the target, we hit what we were supposed to. Let's see how we score. That is the question. Will we score? Can I get promoted to captain? And that is the next personal objective. That's, it could be short term. I don't know, because it took a campaign and a few more missions to get promoted to a second or a first lieutenant. I wonder if now I'll be able to get promoted to a captain in a relatively short amount of time from this point. I'm not expecting this sortie, but at some point. Okay, so I guess spoon rest, the spoon rest radar isn't what they were wanting, and I guess I could have done a laser guided bomb. I didn't quite know if it was going to be heavily defended, being that high up. So I guess the what's the other ones? Fan song radar. Right? That's what it's called, a fan song. I think that radar is the targeting radar, and I think the spoon rest might just be a search or a tracking. I can't remember. Alright. And then I'm just waiting to get inside the airspace here. Alright, so we're doing okay on fuel. Don't need the jammer anymore. Don't need the targeting pod anymore. So master mode, let's go to nav. Time compression off. Let's change our comms to approach, and we will ask for landing.
Mudhead 4-1, 2-shift, F-16s, 1 mile, northwest, 19,000. Request entered for visual landing. Mudhead 4-1, Soul Side approach. Welcome back. Vector VAR approach, runway 03, right. QH3041. Mudhead 4-1, turn left heading 345, descend to 5,000, maintain 300 knots, runway 03, right.
345. 300 knots.
42, fly heading 345,
Oh,
descend to
whoopsie.
6,000.
Yeah, we're like right on top of it. My bad. Right, just a little gust of wind there.
Altitude. Altitude.
I thought he said 6,000. Just level out here and make sure I don't flame out. No, that's not ours. They're outbound. Hello. I think that's number 2. Alright, give me some instructions here. Oh no, they said 03. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna get pushed out way far out and then queued.
Cyborg 6-1, 2-shift, F-16s, 30 miles, northeast, 20,000. Request entered for visual landing. Good afternoon, Cyborg 6-1, Soul Side approach. Welcome back. Vector VAR approach, runway 03, right. Mudhead 4-1, turn left heading 330, runway 03, right.
330.
Mudhead 4-1, turn left heading 180, descend to 4,000, maintain 240 knots. QH3040. Cyborg 6-1, turn left heading 200, descend to 5,000, maintain 300 knots, runway 03, right. Cyborg 6-2, turn left heading 200, descend to 6,000, runway 03, right. Mudhand 4-2, orbit the spacing 6,000. Mudhand 4-2, turn right heading 265, descend to 4,000, maintain 220 knots.
It's 4,000. Okay, I think I went downwind. I thought I was coming in the opposite way.
5-1, midnight.
Wait, no, yeah. For some reason I thought I was still on tactical. I'm not. I'm talking to tower right now. Duh. Let's time compress just a smidge.
Cyborg 6-1, orbit the spacing 5,000. Cyborg 6-2, orbit the spacing 6,000. Mudhand 4-1, turn left heading 170, hold 4,000, maintain 350 knots, runway 03, right. Cyborg 6-1, turn right heading 140, hold 5,000, maintain 220 knots.
You say like 350 knots?
Cyborg 6-2, fly heading 155, descend to 5,000, maintain 250 knots, runway 03, right. Mudhand 4-1, turn right heading 215, hold 4,000, maintain 270 knots, vectors to left base.
270. 210. At 4,000.
Century 5-1, E3, 25 miles, southwest, 25,000. Request vector for visual landing. Century 5-1, Soul Side approach. Welcome back. Vectors for VAR approach. Runway 03, right. Mudhand 4-1, fly heading 205, descend to 3,000, maintain 230 knots, vectors to left base. QH3036. Century 5-1, turn left heading 090, descend to 4,000, maintain 300 knots. Mudhand 4-2, fly heading 210, hold 4,000, maintain 250 knots, vectors to left base.
Yeah, he wasn't talking to me. Set us into 3,000.
Mudhand 4-1, turn left heading 105, descend to 2,000, maintain 200 knots, vectors to final, runway 03, right.
Alright, 105, that should be, base.
Century 5-1, orbit the spacing 4,000. Century 5-1, turn right heading 270, hold 4,000, maintain 210 knots. Mudhand 4-2, turn left heading 205, descend to 3,000, maintain 250 knots. Mudhand 4-1, turn left to final approach course 030, slow to approach speed. Mudhand 4-1, contact tower on final.
Okay. We're not exactly on final because we're going to 03 right. We'll go ahead and gear down, though. And just kind of put in a little bit of throttle so I don't fall out of the sky. Okay, now this is final.
Mudhead 4-1 on final.
Mudhen 4-1, Solsan Tower, continue inbound for runway 03 right.
Alright, so there's still kind of a gust here from right to left. They say it's at 4 knots, but I think up here it's a little bit gustier.
Mudhen 4-1, Solsan Tower, wing 070 at 4 knots, runway 03 right, cleared for landing, check gear down.
Gear down. I'm sinking a little bit too much. I know the glide slope says I'm ever so slightly low. That's okay. Enjoy taking
Mudhead
this
4-2
approach.
on final.
Mudhen 4-2, Solsan Tower, continue inbound for runway 03 right.
Alright, I've basically made the runway. Ooh, I'm getting pushed off. Ooh.
Chalice 7-1, midnight.
Alright. Not bad, not bad. And then I'll turn off to the right. So I think this whole time for like the last 4 days, I've been going off the wrong way. Turn those wheels steering
Mudhen
on.
4-2, Solsan Tower, wing 070 at 4 knots, runway 03 right, cleared for landing, check gear down. Panther 5, Solsan Tower, position and hold, runway 03 left.
Cyborg 6-1 on final.
And to be honest, I think they adapt if I turn off the
Cyborg
runway.
6-1,
This is
Solsan
Delta.
Tower, continue inbound for runway 03 right. Mudhen 4-1, contact low, switch to 7580.
Already have you enter, and we'll ask to taxi back to ramp.
Mudhead 4-1, request taxi back.
Mudhen 4-1, taxi to the ramp, Delta 00.
Delta 00. Which I believe should be this one. I'll have to look at the charts. I want to say this hangar is 00. And for the sake of avoiding exploding due to hitboxes, I won't pull all the way in to this hangar. We did so well, and I just want to make sure that I get credit without being marked as dying. Okay, that's close enough. That's as comfortable as I can get. So we're going to ask to install the chocks. We're going to ask to install the ground safety pin. And we are going to shut down okay. Turn off comms, turn off RWR. I'm gonna turn off the countermeasures panel. Okay. Ejection seat. Disarm, that's fine. No HUD. FCR. Environmental controls, oxygen. That's turned off. Put throttle back in the detent. Okay. Oil pressure, not oil pressure, nozzle position, not needed. Oil pressure, gone. Engine slowly spooling down, so we're good to open canopy. There's Wingman. Maybe that's where I was supposed to park. Whatever. Next to him. Okay. And RPM is 0. Battery off. And I'm going to end the mission. Alright, how do we do?
2 in position.
Good.
5-1, let's go home.
And somehow number
Sentry
2...
5, radar contact, bullseye. 350-10-9-21,000.
So loud. Anyway, so number 2 got 5 air-to-ground targets. I got 3 of them. Boo! We'll see what we got anyway. So the mission was failed, but our task was a partial success and our pilot rating was good. So pilot rating, I hope that's what matters the most. So Hawkeye, they came out and just, did nothing. Oh, of course. He only released 2 Mark 20s and then got 100%. I hate this guy so much. So we got an SA2, bunch of truck. No, he just, wait, no, destroyed. So just, yeah, hit SA2, destroyed. Truck. No, 2 trucks, 2 more SA2s, and then damaged other SA2 stuff. And then I came in and got 5 misses, 1 hit, one GBU hit. So I took out an SA2, awesome. SA2 took out awesome, and another SA2. That's what I like to see. So they were all, I wonder if we got everything, all 8 units, if it's all destroyed or if there's some left. Well, what I can say over number 2 is I got more SA2 launchers than he did. So, Alright, I want to recon. So it's 50% operational. With, okay, so really it's just the trucks. Yeah, just a lot of trucks and a couple of AAA units. And the spoon rest. Which I think, did I see them? Yeah, I did see them, because they were way far away from the SA2 site itself. I would rather take out the launchers than the trucks, because the launchers are more, a little more dangerous. Alright, that was a great mission, a great success, a great turnout. And as we can see, a lot more dead missions to come on day 4. I'll go ahead and just save. Alright. Oh, they're landing. That recon is landing. Okay. So this dead mission, not exactly sure what they're trying to hit there. Okay, an SA3 site, that's probably still active. Nope. Oh, they do have a flat face. Okay. So there's the flat face radar. Some trucks. in one SA-3 launcher. I might do that one. A dead mission over an airfield. Okay. A dead mission over a base. It looks like this dead mission looks worthwhile. Oh, AAA. S60s. Got it.
Alright, listen up.
292nd AAA. So it's the one that's 27% operational. Yeah, that's not extremely useful. Pretty deep dead mission to a different SA2, or is this the same one that we just literally hit? That's one we literally just hit. Yeah. So follow-up strike on that. A lot of dead missions, man. Well, we'll pick one and figure it out. In any case, thanks for your patience as I try to get this weekly upload schedule done. But until next time, this is CallSign Scooter. I'm signing out, and I'll see you on the next flight.